The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of the Podwans Podcast. I am your host, Luke, with my co-host, Hereth and Charlie Johnson. Look at that. He's a green Force ghost. Look at him. He's back.
Or
He's
I'm
back.
something
He's
from
back.
Scooby-Doo, like
He's back. He's back.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking about not one, but two trailers today. And some other fan discourse stuff. But guys, how's it going? It's good to have Charlie back. It's good to have Char back.
It's Char, actually. I've been good. Just been busy with a lot of family stuff.
Getting yoked.
Work. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Guy,
just busy watching Bears football on Sundays. That's what I've been doing. Just work, family, and Bears football.
I'm working 9 to 5. Got a way to make a living.
Okay.
Anyway,
if you want to have Dolly Parton karaoke, next episode. Okay.
Yeah, next episode for sure. Yeah. So obviously the main thumbnail is the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Yeah.
But we just did a mini reaction to Vision Season 3, and there is a lot of gorgeous shots. I'm really, really excited about Season 3.
And a second part to the Ronin story, which
yes, well, second part of the Ronin story, and the which one is now getting like a full, like its own show. That's the ninth
Jedi.
Yeah, the Ninth Jedi. There's going to be a short of that as well, continuation, and that's probably going to lead into the show as a whole, which I'm really, really excited about because I like that concept of that, like many millennia later. So yeah, I'm really excited. There was a lot of things that I really, really enjoyed watching. Char, what was something that you were kind of vibing with the Visions first?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to be the same anime studios as seasons 1 and 2. Obviously it's going to be the same for Ronin.
I think they're all different. Besides maybe the Ronin. I'm not really sure because the last season they changed it up with different studios from different countries. It seems like this time around it's going to be more just back to basics with the Japanese studios.
I think it's more of a mixture of the two. I think they're combining the best studios from both seasons. That trailer, I did see some studios from season 2, if I remember correctly.
Okay. The entire trailer was in sub, which is very on par for anime, so that's interesting. There were a lot of really cool things that I saw in that trailer that were really like eye-opening. The AATs, there was one point where a Star Destroyer that looked like it was like a real Star Destroyer, like off of like Empire Strikes Back or Rogue One, just coming out of hyperspace. That was kind of cool. The animations were really fun to look at and watch in real time, but I'm really excited to see that they are really going in. I'm glad that Visions is getting like the proper time because great concept. I think Star Wars, and I've been saying this, if the High Republic decided to do something before the books, they should do an anime version, and I think it would do amazingly well.
Except it'd be canon.
Yes, it would be canon. But like there are some of the shots that I think are really, really like I that's High Republic to me. That could work.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite sort of animation. I don't know if you guys ever played Borderlands, but the graphic novel type of animation style. I think I saw one of them, that kind of style in season 3. But I love the ones that what Hereth pointed out when we were watching the reaction, the 3D animation style ones, where it's almost like an actual. It looks almost real in a way, and it's the way that the motions. Of the characters, it looks very realistic.
It reminds me of Vision season 2, like the first episode, like that kind of like the episode about the color, and it's like how like the dark side kind of seeps into people. Like that's what it kind of reminded me of, art style wise. And so I'm guessing it's the same studio again, because why would they not bring them back for that type of episode if they're using the same art style? So I thought that was really cool, like what Char was saying, because like I pointed out on the reaction, because again, we're just gonna be repeating a lot of the stuff, like shortly after the stream's over, you should be able to see it on all our platforms, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, Reels, wherever you get your vertical style content. But like, no, like I am really excited for just kind of like, because to me it's like, not that I'm sick of Star Wars animation in general, but like to me, Visions is such a breath of fresh air
It
compared
pushes the boundaries.
Yeah.
Which I think that you were about to touch on.
No, because it's like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of like all like the Tales series, and like Maul, Shadowlord, and Bad Batch. It's like I'm kind of getting tired of seeing the Clone Wars art style because it feels so repetitive at this point. Like we've been on this art style for almost 20 years. It's like, can we please get something different?
Yeah, and then with the Maul show that's coming, it's gonna be exactly the same as the Clone Wars animation. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but there comes a time where a little bit of a change of the guard in animation is really a big changing point for what Star Wars is capable of doing. So,
to be honest, I'm surprised that we haven't seen a trailer for that show.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to drop early next year,
spring 2026, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, April, May time. It would not surprise me if they did a May the 4th drop, which is very on point with marketing. And also they will probably end up putting a sneak peek of Mando and Grogu. Great segue by me.
If Lucasfilm was smart, they would put a trailer for Maul Shadowlord before Mando and Grogu and release it in June.
I don't think they will, because it's a TV show that's going to be on Disney Plus.
You put it like not before the movie trailers, but like during like the AMC or Fandango, like when they're talking about streaming shows and that kind of stuff. Like
that's true.
Like, because when I went to go see The Long Walk, they were like putting trailers for like Peacemaker and The Boys.
That, by the way,
Gen V.
Was it good?
Yeah, no, it's like it's a very much like a psychological thriller. Like it's like obviously it predates like Hunger Games and stuff, but it's very much like dystopian world, like trapped in, but it's more about the people than anything else.
Well, and I mean, it's based off the book of Stephen King, so like anything that has been put from Stephen King's pen to paper to screen has been pretty damn good. There haven't been a ton of Stephen King movies that haven't done well.
Yeah.
So, but is there anything else that you guys really wanted to touch on with Visions? Because I know the meat and potatoes of the conversation is going to be Mando and Grogu.
Well, another thing I was talking about, like with the Maul Shadowlord trailer, I'm surprised. I mean, didn't people who went to Celebration get to see it early?
They got to see us like. It was like a mini trailer.
The trailer was
almost like Maul Shadowlord.
The trailer is out there. Yeah. If you want to go look for it, I'm not going to tell you where to go look for it. The leaked version's out there. You can go watch it.
Yeah,
I saw little bits and pieces of it. But yeah. So speaking of Mando and Grogu, so they dropped it on Monday,
which was surprising. Monday at 6 in the morning. My time.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we'll talk about a little bit of it. I don't want to get too far into the weeds and the marketing and stuff like that. But can I be honest?
Go for it.
It's very underwhelming.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming as a trailer, as a first trailer, very underwhelming. For me personally, I know what I'm getting with Mando and Grogu. You don't really have to sell me too much, but give me something that I haven't heard from commentary from Celebration or like it. Honestly, and this is my hottest take, I think.
Yeah.
Why are we making it a movie?
Because it's a very safe bet. Okay. It goes back to, remember, Luke, when we did like our initial announcement reaction to Mando and Grogu, I was the person that was kind of like, I'm not the hottest on this movie. This feels like we're just turning season 4 into a movie. That's how I feel about Mando and Grogu after the first trailer, because it feels very much like, okay, this is what it seems like. I'm going to be brutally honest. This seems like Disney shareholders went to Lucasfilm and said, hey, you guys haven't released a Star Wars movie in 6 years. You know The Mandalorian? The show that like makes millions of dollars in Baby Yoda sales? Can you guys just make a movie about that? It's a very safe movie.
It is safe. I get it. It's safe. And I guess it makes sense marketing standpoint. You want an established IP like Mando and Grogu before you release your long shot Starfighter movie.
Yeah, and I think why it's a good idea for it to be a movie is because Mando was the first ever Star Wars live action show, and it's the culmination of all these stories coming together. So I think it being in a movie form is not as crazy as many think. Like, I know, Luke, you have your gripe with it, but when we with the trailer, it was merely like just like a sizzle reel. It wasn't really.
It really
We're gonna find out more when like Super Bowl time comes.
That's okay.
I think so too. I think that's probably where it's gonna hit.
They're just showing the tip of the iceberg at this point.
I mean,
which
we can. Yeah. I don't mind jumping around a little bit because I had an outline of like things I was gonna hit on the trailer. But since we're already kind of there, let's get into fandom bullshit first, and then we can actually talk about the trailer, just like piece by piece. So the main thing that like annoyed me about the trailer, and like I guess we're kind of on this topic, is what did people really expect? Because when I saw the trailer, it was like 1 minute and 16 seconds. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a nothing burger trailer. Like, what did? And then people were like going on about like, oh, the cinematography looks like the Mandalorian, and I'm like, it's the same cinematographer from the Mandalorian. What the hell did you guys expect? Also, the movie was shot entirely on the volume in Los Angeles. Like, I'm sorry to break your guys' expectations of what you guys think the movie was going to look like.
Yeah.
Y'all's expectations were too high.
And again, and I've said this ever since Andor Season 2 came out, the way that this was my fear, nothing is going to reach that level of, oh my God, this is amazing. And here's the thing. Not every single thing from Star Wars needs to be Andor quality. Mm-hmm. And I've said this over and over and over and over and over again. But it's like now I feel like myself is like as myself, I'm just like, do we really want to pitch this? Like, do we really want? Like, I understand it'll probably do really, really well, and I hope it does really, really well. But like for a first trailer, you want to set up what your villain is, and quite honestly, this is what Dave and John came up with. We can't do Rangers of the New Republic. Might as well make season 4 Rangers of the New Republic.
Yep.
The movie. Like, come on, guys.
And then Lucasfilm probably, because we don't know, we never got confirmation if season 4 is still happening. My guess is they said just make it the movie. So
I think it's just going to be the movie, and then it's going to go into Dave Filoni's movie after Ahsoka season 2.
I agreed. I think this is going to be set up for Ahsoka season 2, and then I think we may get another season of Skeleton Crew, maybe another season of Book of Boba Fett.
I hope so. I hope so. That show is so underrated. It's such a good palate cleanser.
And then I think it will end with Dave Filoni's movie. I think that's just going to be the wrap-up movie where...
Yeah, and then
maybe if the movie does... Okay, I hate that I said if. The movie is going to do well. Because I saw like videos of people on TikTok going, I don't see how this movie is going to do well. Guys, if Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion at the box office, Mandalorian and Grogu is going to make $1 billion at the box office because this is a movie. I'm sorry. This is a movie for little kids. This is like a Star Wars movie for younger fans, younger, like, iGen kids.
Well, that's what Star Wars always is. And it's been. But with Grogu, that's going to just...
When you get the promotion...
skyrocket even more.
When the promotions start and it's Pedro Pascal, Sigourney Weaver... And they'll bring the puppet every interview they go to. Just give them $1 billion now.
I mean,
and they have Zeb. And they have Zeb.
So here's my question: how is this going to work congruently with Ahsoka season 1? Because at the end of Mando season 3, timeline wise, if I remember correctly, the end of season 3 happens, and then it's straight into Ahsoka.
Everything,
if I'm not mistaken, right?
If I remember correctly, everything's in release order, chronologically.
Okay, chronologically. But like, my thing is like, I want it to do well. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I want it to do well, but like, and here's and this is me just not. I don't know if it's me being like it being my toxic trait. But I heard someone say that the flagship of Star Wars now is the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
And to me, I hate that.
I mean, it's what it's been for the past 5 years, Luke.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but I mean, that's
but
what
when
it is.
But when you think of Star Wars, what do you think of? you don't go straight to Mando and Grogu.
Depends on who you're asking.
Well, are you thinking like in terms of
like
the
them being
themes,
the
or like
flag,
what,
them
like
them being the
like
flagship, like
the
they are now the flagship. And
well, I mean, we're in an era with a different,
I
owner, so
know.
it's
I know. I don't know whether it's like me being so toxic. Like to me, Star Wars is it like for better or worse, it's the Skywalkers. And we're getting away from them, which I completely understand, as we should.
But are we getting away from them?
Not entirely true. I mean, Luke's involved in the story, like
a little bit. We'll see.
Luke's very involved in the story.
No,
we'll see.
I'm saying
we'll see how.
I'm saying, are we getting away from them? Because we know Starfighter is going to be post Episode 9, and there's going to be some Episode 9 tie-ins. I don't care how much Sean Levy tells you that it's a standalone movie. There is going to be some Rey New Jedi Order setup in that movie.
Bouncing. It'll bounce it off. I think Post should be part of that movie.
If I see Rey in Starfighter, I'm going to go bananas.
Well,
I'm going to be so excited.
Because let's be real. This is what Lucasfilm's doing. Or not Lucasfilm, Disney's doing. So there's two doors right now, right? There's Starfighter and the post Episode 9 bullshit, and then there's The Mandalorian, and like, do we want to turn that into a trilogy? Yeah. Whatever does better, they're going to pick.
See, you know what's really got me worried? Is that I'll never see Dawn of the Jedi. I feel like that will never get off.
Is it James Mangold?
Not Ryan. Yeah, James Mangold.
Yeah.
I still think that concept is so interesting.
It's for sure thought that was going to be the next in line after Mando and Grogu.
I thought so too.
But Mangold also, from what, because Lucasfilm's pretty honest about like what their writers are doing. I think Mangold just got tied up with.
Well, it's not even. It's Mangold and the screenwriter from Andor.
Yeah, the prison
arc. Who wrote the prison arc? Yeah. So I mean, that still gets me really excited. But like again, and this is the problem that we have with Lucasfilm and Disney. They front load you 3 years ago with all of these things, and now they're doubling. They're not doubling down. They're just pulling everything back, and it's like, what are we doing here? Like,
but also,
what should we expect?
I know.
It's safe to ask those questions. It's safe to ask those questions.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I don't know if Ryan's still in the chat. Ryan made like a video like a couple months ago because people were like going on about the 2020 presentation that Disney did about and people are acting like, oh my god, none of these projects comes out. Dude, like 90% of the projects came out. I can name you 2 to 3 projects of those initial shareholders that didn't come out. It was Rangers of the New Republic, which we know why.
The Lando show.
The Lando show, which is currently being a movie, which is still in active development. We got the Droids special.
Droids, yeah.
And then we got
which really isn't.
And then we got Rogue Squadron.
Hasn't really.
Which we can argue is technically being
probably going to end up being Starfighter. It's going to end up being Starfighter, which is funny because that's how I feel. Mando and Grogu is now just Rangers of the New Republic because they had a concept for it, and they said, well, we're never going to get Cara Dune back for obvious reasons.
I still feel like it's, again, this is me being biased as like a storyteller. I can remove this as a Star Wars fan and go, I'm excited for Mando and Grogu. I still wish it was just a Hera show. That would have been a billion times more interesting.
Hera, I don't.
You could have made it multiple Rangers of the New Republic. You could have done like Hera. You could have done like.
You could have
done like Iden Versio and like because Lisa Gongonka is still a live action actress.
She's still alive. That's right. Yeah, because she doesn't die until last.
You could have done Bill Burr's character as a recurring character. Like you could have picked multiple people. Why did we have to make it the Mandalorian?
I will say this: I'm not trying to make it like poo on Mando and Grogu because I think it'll be a good movie. Do I think that they like obviously they're gonna sell? It's gonna sell because that's exactly what it's going to do. It's gonna sell. It's gonna the toys are gonna fly off the shelf. There's gonna be kids that want to be the Mandalorian for Halloween. Those costumes are gonna sell. They're gonna have Baby Yoda merch out.
You know the popcorn.
I mean, literally, look it. There's one right behind me.
You know the popcorn bucket is gonna be Grogu. Let's be fucking real.
For sure. And it's gonna come out, and the popcorn's gonna come out of his mouth. Like literally.
No, I just imagine it like Grogu, and you take the head off, and that's like the bucket. Or maybe like Grogu's holding the bucket.
It's really terrifying though if you think about it.
Or it's Grogu holding like the little teacup or whatever.
Cup. Or Grogu's holding the bucket.
Or the soup cup when they're on a Sorgan. You know what I mean?
Disney, just hire us for marketing. We're giving it to you. Oh, Ryan's back. I think it's Grogu holding a bucket. Yeah, that's probably a good thought. Ryan, we gotta discuss about a certain F-ball podcast. I'm cooking. We're thinking of things. Thinking of things. Anyway, I like my thing is that I love it. But it's like I don't know. I'm not in. Here's how I will best say it. I love it, but I'm not in love with it.
And here's the comparison too. Since this is a movie now, because we like to compare shows with other shows and movies with other movies. It is now in that section, or it's in that category now where it's going to be compared to Revenge of the Sith. It's going to be compared to Empire and Return of the Jedi and Phantom Menace and Last Jedi and Force Awakens. It's going to be in that section now because it's not a show. Everyone likes to pin shows against shows. But with movies, it's a whole different ballgame.
It is a whole. It is a
whole game.
Honestly, you can't. It's its own thing because it started off as a live action show, as the first live action show, and it moved on to be a movie. Whereas it's sort of similar to how Clone Wars is a setup for a lot of the prequel movies. Yeah. And I think that honestly, I saw a tweet the other day. Do you guys know the comedian Stavros?
Mm-hmm. I've heard of him. Yeah.
I saw a tweet from him, and it was hold on, I gotta pull up the exact tweet because it's so freaking hilarious.
Yeah, when you look that up, so like, for example, with the Acolyte, that there was a lot of hate towards it. I don't hear really any hatred about it anymore because it's kind of past. It's kind of
no. The grifters are on Mando and Grogu now. They're on it now.
No. That's what I'm just saying. Like with it being a movie, with Mando and Grogu, with it being a movie, it just feels more like permanent in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's in that limelight of it's gonna be in the theater, and it's gonna be in the same stratosphere as the episodic films and Solo and Rogue One and. So it's gonna have a lot more fingers pointing at it if it does bad.
Yeah.
As opposed to if it was a show, then like it's just extra content by Disney. But if it's a movie, it's a whole it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, people will start whole on wars with fans over it being a movie. Yeah.
I feel like
how it does. If it goes well, more power to everyone else.
I'm gonna be
if it's bad, hold on for dear life.
I'm going to be a broken record on this throughout the entire Mando rewatch, starting today until May.
Do we know?
You could timestamp this, guys.
Yeah.
The week.
Yeah, we start next week.
Yeah. Maybe
we should last week.
Come back to this May 23rd, 2026. This movie is going to be Solo 2.0. Not in terms of box office performance. I'm talking about critically and audience-wise. I'm telling you. Because
and I think it's hilarious that you say that because it definitely could happen.
I think a lot of people are going to come out and be like, poo-poo, this movie's garbage, da-da-da. And then slowly but surely, there's going to be a sector of fans that really loved it and really like it. And then they're going to be overshadowed by these fucking grifters and these loud-ass people. And then over time, people are going to go, that movie wasn't that bad. It was really enjoyable. It was fun. I had a good time with it. Because that's what happened with Solo.
Ooh. Wait, hold on. I want to discuss a certain thing I'm trying to work on as well. Interesting. Intrigue, Ryan.
But,
sorry.
No, you can come back to this agree. In 2026. Because I'm not trying to be like... oh, this movie is... Because like I said, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely off base. This movie could be really good or really bad. I feel like it's just going to be aggressively average.
Question. And this might get the Acolyte people very, very excited. What if Mando and Grogu does really, really well, and we get a trilogy of the Acolyte?
I wouldn't mind that at all.
I think that would be perfect. I think that's the best way of doing it. You're spending a whole bunch of money on the sets that they did for season 1. Give us movies.
Like,
give us Plagueis in live action on the big screen. I would
like
love that.
Is it possible? Maybe.
I feel like
because they didn't renew it for a reason, but they never really. It can't be for viewership because it just recently got out of the top 10 of most watched shows on Disney Plus.
I will.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is,
there for
that show
has
such a pressure point in Lucasfilm because of their making the decision to not renew it. But it just, I don't know. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I loved The Stranger. The Stranger was one of the best villains Disney's ever made.
I will echo what Andy Wise guy said. Now, do I think it's likely that this happens? No, I think we're gonna wait until after 2028 to 2030 at least for that to even be a pipe dream. Second off, to kind of support your theory a little bit, Manny Jacinto's still working with Disney and Lucasfilm to some extent. Most actors, when something like this happens, will kind of separate themselves from the studio or start going off to do other things.
He did what? He did Freakier Friday? Yeah, he was in that. He's been in other Disney stuff.
He was at Celebration this year, which most people would have probably backed out of because my show got canceled. Why would I go?
And I think Daphne Keane has also said that she would love to play Jackie again. I wish she did.
The flashback.
Dude, I wish she wouldn't have died. There were some decisions made in that show that I think were head scratchers. But overall, again, this is just me being a nerd. I would love to see Plagueis' story play out because I think that's something that is so focal to the overall story as Star Wars that they don't really touch on.
I think if it does get a continuation, I don't think you'll get a trilogy. I think you'll just get one movie.
One movie.
I think
that's fair.
Give it like the canceled TV show treatment of years past that got a cult following. Okay, you get one movie, wrap everything up, and then leave it alone. And then
what are you smirking about there, Chuck?
I miss these conversations, man.
You do? Well,
I know I haven't done it in a long time.
I know it's great. It's awesome.
But like let's dive in more into like the fandom discourse. I mean, because I know that we like touched base with it a little bit, but
here's my take on the whole fandom discourse. It's people talking out of their ass.
Mm-hmm.
As per usual, everybody throws out a take and everybody's like, all right, here we go. Let's get the clicks going. And here's my thing. And this is not just Star Wars. With a lot of the, how do I want to say this? With the political climate, especially in our neck of the woods, it's easier to point out grifters nowadays than it even was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's very, very easy too.
But I would say that there's multiple layers. There's obviously grifters trying to get people who are in that pipeline to follow them, right? Because this is how they do it, right? Yeah. Prime example, I'm not saying we are. Podcasters, streamers, that's your market. I think that's one category. Like, just look up Mandalorian and Grogu on this platform. Trailer reaction, trailer breakdown. You'll see a bunch of them. I don't even have to name them. You know who they are. Second one, I would say, is you got Star Wars fans who are just going to overreact to everything. You know, those Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And then third,
which is almost everybody.
And then third, no worse people in the Star Wars fandom than Star Wars fans.
And then the third,
to be honest with you,
that is still a factor, and I've seen people talk about it. Is film TikTok. You're gonna have film TikTok go off about how this movie is a disgrace because it's shot entirely on the volume and it looks like a TV show. I've already seen those takes sitting around from your stereotypical clickbait TikTok film bro TikToks. Like, they exist.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think with Andor winning Emmy Awards and it just surpassing that mantle of what Star Wars can be and actually is now, Mando and Grogu has some has some expectations on its back. Seriously, I mean, volume's going to be used, of course, but now you have to contend with an award-winning show, which Star Wars never, since A New Hope and Empire, never been award-winning. Never really been award-winning.
Outside like VFX and sound design.
not
score.
Well, didn't Empire it get nominated for screenwriting?
I believe Empire won one Oscar, I believe.
VFX, right?
And then New Hope won 4, from what
as I was saying,
pretty sure it was best sound.
Star Wars since A New Hope has been locked pretty much for visual effects, sound design, and score. Like those 3 have always been kind of just like okay, Star Wars is gonna sweep that. Costume design's also one of those categories as well. Like those 4 are always just like, okay, yeah, Star Wars is gonna get that. The fact that because you weren't here last week, the fact that Andor eclipsed that and got into writing, I still think it should have got more. I think Diego Luna got robbed. I think a bunch of the actors got robbed because, I'm sorry, Pedro Pascal should not have been nominated for The Last of Us. That was insane. How the hell did that even happen?
Yeah, I was right. Empire won best sound, but like all of that stuff is what makes Star Wars Star Wars.
But what was it? What was it nominated? Because I thought for sure that Empire was nominated for screenwriting.
Empire was nominated for best art direction, set direction, best music original score, and then it won like a special achievement award or whatever. But it won best sound.
Oh, okay.
Which is Ben Burt. Of course, Ben Burt's gonna win it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like,
can't believe they didn't win in '99.
But
can't believe they didn't win best sound for Phantom Menace. Crazy.
But like
Lost
going
in the
back,
Matrix.
well, that was Fellowship of the Ring, right? Or no, it's
no. '99 it was Matrix.
Matrix. That makes sense.
I mean, if we want to talk about a different fandom,
Lord of the Rings. I'm guessing.
No.
House of the Dragons.
The big news out of the Song of Ice and Fire. We're gonna get 2 shows in 1 year.
We talked about it last week, but Char was not here for that one.
Yeah,
I was not. But all I know is that
Dunkin' Egg is gonna come out in January, and then they're saying
which is so close.
It's so close. I know it is close. Season 3 of House of the Dragon will come out in June, possibly. So we'll get a
amazing.
we'll get a 3-month break in between,
which is perfect for our content because
yeah, absolutely. It'll be great. It'll be fun to talk about. I think we're gonna move towards live reactions and then cutting it up in post production.
Yeah, like temporary lives that get unlisted or privated after the fact.
Yeah.
And then the VOD gets downloaded, and I don't know, maybe if it does well, we'll keep it in the vault one day and release it from the vault.
And the thing
that almost hurt you.
Dude, it almost hit you on the head.
My God.
But it's actually pretty cool because Vanessa and I, we watched through Game of Thrones. I mean, I think it's my 3rd time rewatching the whole thing. But we're on season 8. We just got done with the Battle of Winterfell, so we're right at the cusp of finishing it. I warned,
hot take.
Vanessa,
don't say it.
Season 8.
Hot take.
I talked about it with her. She's not seen it yet because obviously, like Battle of Winterfell, like
oh my God,
there's stuff right there. But 4, 5, and 6. I know. But
Is Vanessa watching it right now?
No.
She's not watching the stream.
She's not watching the stream.
She's not watching the stream.
I don't know if she's watching the stream. I don't know.
Please tell me you're making her watch the.
Please let us know if you are in the chat before I spoil anything.
No, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'm gonna say, Char, please tell me you're making her watch all the behind the scenes after the episodes for season 8 because I made Bale do that.
Oh, I mean, I told her about the behind the scenes clip of Peter Dinklage.
Oh, she is here. She is here.
Crypt. Yeah,
she is. Okay, all right. No, don't leave because we need the viewership. Thank you, Vanessa.
Wow, you selfish bastard.
I am very selfish today.
I was telling her about the Peter Dinklage clip of him like, let's put us into the crypt where all the dead people are.
Or wait, was that season 7?
8?
That was 8. That was for Battle of Winterfell.
Oh no! She hasn't gotten to the dumb.
That's
idiotic
what I'm telling you guys need to watch.
I think
DBM Weiss explaining that.
You need to watch
the before, and I was telling her how the Varys coughing on the shore of Dragonstone is such a meme.
No, because because remember when Bale did the reactions before it got moved to his channel, I made him watch that one in particular.
Oh my god!
I made him do it because I was like, because there's only one episode that's required. It's episode 4 because it's funny.
I still think it's hilarious that they went in and like rushed season 8 just to get to Star Wars, and then Star Wars saw the fan reaction, was like, yeah, never mind, we're gonna pull the plug on that.
Benioff and Weiss had the world by the balls.
Yeah, and they had
everything they could ever ask for. Then season 8 was such a
you know what's funny, Luke? Plunge. Do you remember how last week we were talking about, like, because you were getting mad about how House of the Dragon, Rings of Power, there's such a big weights? Would you rather have a season 7, season 8 situation?
No. No,
that's,
I wouldn't.
That's your ultimate.
I can wait, especially if they do, because Rings of Power has so much potential with season 3, 4, and 5.
Still have yet to watch it. I know.
Dude, you're the worst person. You're the worst person in the world. Why are you even here?
Hey, we're not here to talk about this.
We're talking about another famous movie that's coming out.
We'll get to it in a second. Just let me splooge. I told
Vanessa about Hot D and how it's like such a breath of fresh air after seeing season 8 of Game of Thrones, and then it being on par with Fire and Blood novel, and then I was telling her like there's a lot of stuff in season 3 that it's gonna be madness. I say the Gullet, Hour of the Wolf,
God's Eye potentially.
The Hour of the Wolf is what I'm anticipating when Kragan Stark gets a little bit ahead of himself and get a little excited. Yeah. Where you can see the Starks triumph.
Dude, we make it God's Eye this season or next season.
No.
You don't think we're gonna get God's Eye?
No, not God's Eye.
I mean, we got the.
They're gonna wait. They're gonna do. Well, didn't they say that they are doing?
It's 4 seasons.
Well, I thought it was 5. Okay, if this is 3, then possibly.
Because I saw a tweet. Aegon the Younger.
I saw a tweet that a lot of the cast. Obviously, we as book readers know what happened.
Yep.
We know what happens. A lot of things happen in a certain amount of time, and I will leave it at this: a lot of your favorite characters are
on the chopping block.
Yeah, we'll just say that. It's not. Well, because there's a certain. It's going to be interesting to see how they do some of these action sequences. I mean, we're starting with the Gullet. We're starting with the Gullet.
Literally right at the Gullet.
No, episode 1 of season 3.
Because I remember back before season 2, like the end of season 1, Kels and I were jokingly like plotting out like, okay, what would be like your like 9 and 10, and Kels and I were in agreement. God's Eye is your episode 9. That is your Reigns of Castamere. That is your like stereotypical Game of Thrones episode 9. And then you have the Calm Before the Storm be episode 10.
The execution of that is going to be very, very
because you can easily imagine what episode 10 would be. You've read Fire and Blood. You know what 10 would be in that situation.
Well, I mean, and you also watched season. Well, also Vanessa knows the ending of that show because she watched season 4 of Game of Thrones, and Joffrey just literally just says it out loud.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing is too, like with Fire and Blood, it's like multiple interpretations. So it's like Joffrey, yeah, it could be true. Obviously, what happens to her, but we don't know how it plays out. We know like the raiding of the Dragon Pit happens, and
that's very true.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that we know about, but we don't know yet exactly how it's.
There's a lot of stuff that is going to be coming down the pipeline in 2026. I think Rings of Power.
You know what's funny about this stream? We've talked about the fandom bullshit around Mandalorian Grogu. We've talked about popcorn buckets. We've talked about House of the Dragons. We talked about Vision. But we haven't actually talked about the actual trailer and what the content of the actual trailer is. And we're 40 minutes into this podcast.
You know what? Fuck it, dude. We haven't seen each other in a while. You know what? I don't really care at this point.
Sorry, engagement. You like actually your ADHD brain.
We'll talk about Grogu and Mando and Grogu right now.
This is funny because like most like YouTube content, it's like you start with like the engaging shit and then work your way down. We're opposite right now.
We are so ass backwards that it's not even funny. What I really enjoyed about the Mando and Grogu trailer, Sigourney Weaver, I think she's gonna be a fun character to kind of interact with. How Zeb ties into all this, how they're gonna tie him into Ahsoka season 2, because I think it would be a disservice if they didn't have him in season 2 of Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be in like 1 or 2 scenes in Ahsoka season 2. I think this is their compromise, saying, "Hey guys, the budget for Zeb is too expensive. You get him in Mando and Grogu, and then Ahsoka season 2 will run at the same time, and then he'll be in the final episode, and he'll be there for 2 scenes."
I think that's a disservice to Zeb because I think he deserves to see Ezra come back.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I'm telling you, the budget won't allow for it.
Well, I mean, they're probably gonna get a whole family together, like Fast 9 kind of sequence in Dave Filoni's movie.
Oh wait, you know
what we stand for? Family.
You know what's gonna be funny is they're gonna in season 2 of Ahsoka.
I know we're with Ezra.
I know we're talking about like Ahsoka season 2, not Mando. They're gonna reunite at the end of Ahsoka season 2. We're gonna be like, oh, this is so nice and happy, and then Dave Filoni's movie is gonna happen, and then it's like boom, boom, boom.
No, they're all gone. Rada the Hutt, I think, is the most interesting and insane part of this whole thing. Which,
you know what's crazy?
I was complaining about not knowing who the villain is. Clearly, the Hutt clan are the villains of this movie. They've set up the twins from Book of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Char's favorite show. The twins are going to be in it. They're on the poster. Rada, I think Mando's going to get in the middle of the Hutt, who the leaders, the power vacuum of Jabba the Hutt dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's something that
Hutts are involved. Most likely, Boba Fett's going to be involved.
That's probably remember during Celebration 25, Tamora Morrison was kind of, I think it was in purpose, like intentionally, like, oh, when will I be back as Boba Fett? And they're kind of like playing it up to the audience. He's in Mando and Grogu, guys. Whether it's good
or he's not.
Gentlemen,
oh god!
If I see Tamora Morrison in Mando and Grogu, I'm going to get solid. Okay.
Okay.
I was waiting for it to say something else.
I'm gonna get so solid.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough of that.
Hey, is
Bricks.
Obi-Wan Kenobi gonna be in the next Star Wars movie?
He's probably gonna be in Ahsoka season 2. So
no. You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Mortis died. So
I'm pretty sure Ewan McGregor's already.
By the way, no, he hasn't been announced. But I have had and Hereth can pull the clips, buddy.
Hereth,
I said this.
What are you telling me that I don't know about? What are you telling him that I don't know about?
You were on that episode that never got released during the strikes.
Oh, okay. So you both were there.
I remember.
If it does end up happening, can we clip that and make it a video?
Because people are not going to believe it was from 2023. But
it's going to be spot on. Well, yeah, it will be. You'll be able to see the old Nebraska stomping
Oh, right.
grounds.
I forgot you're in the Nebraska setup. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wait, what about Nebraska? What does that have to do with Star Wars?
No, talking about my prediction of Ahsoka season 2 when I came in and I was like, we're gonna get Obi-Wan, we're gonna get Anakin, we're gonna get Ahsoka,
but we're gonna get Ahsoka in Ahsoka.
Well, no. I mean, like the big three, the Mortis arc. That's what I was.
You know what's funny? I love how
after season 1 was already watched, or
yes, it was right after the episode ended.
It was right after, and I jumped in because me and Atlantis had watched it together because I didn't decide to do reactions because I wanted to take a break from it and watch it with her.
Mm-hmm.
But no, back to Mando and Grogu because we're so off topic. I do apologize.
You could tell how interested we are in Mandalorian and Grogu.
We are the Padawan. We talk about anything, everything, all at once.
I think it's interesting that Sigourney Weaver is going to be like in that one shot where Grogu's using the Force. She grabs it.
Yep.
She grabs the thing and is like, "Nah, this is not playtime. It's time to get serious." Whereas if you look at Greef Karga and others that have interacted with Grogu,
how are they going to do that?
That's tough.
Did they shoot scenes with Carl Weathers before he passed?
No.
No,
because he was gone shortly after.
Because this shot late 2023, early 2024, right?
Yeah, he was gone before that.
Yeah, because I mean, you mentioned it. It was like Greef Karga, and then with Happy Gilmore 2, and then seeing Chubbs and Carl Weathers, like I was just like, he's actually gone. No.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the Imperial remnants are going to be a factor in this movie, right? Like, because we see the AT-ATs in the trailer.
I'm just wondering if they'll do some sort of Episode 9 Princess Leia like face CG like they did before.
Highly doubt it. I think they'll just
maybe for like a little bit.
They'll pull a Cara Dune and be like, "Oh, Greef Karga is off doing something," and then in Dave Filoni's movie, they'll be like, "He died somehow."
Yeah, that's probably more.
Somehow Greef Karga returned.
No. Oh Jesus!
Speaking of somehow memes, somehow the Razor Crest has returned. I don't fucking know how.
Yeah. By the way, that's crazy.
Let me say this. The Razor Crest is a New Republic ship. Him being involved with the New Republic defenses makes sense that he got a Razor Crest again.
No, it does make sense. But like, the N1 was so slick, brother. It was so cool. He was like in his
he abandoned it.
He was in his
using it on a mission.
Maybe he God damn it, Charlie.
Yeah.
He went from, hey, I have a mom van, to it being exploding, to, hey, I just got recently divorced. I'm gonna buy a Camaro with the N1 and be absolutely irresponsible with my toddler. And now he's back to being a family dad, which is on point.
I think this is what it is. I think Din is on a mission for the New Republic. Yeah, he can't just fly a non-New Republic ship if he's representing the New Republic. So they get him a Razor Crest because of a ship that he's familiar with flying. He knows all the ins and outs. Maybe it's like a top secret mission, and he knows how to pilot it like no other pilot can.
It was like, I guarantee it was a writing tool for the writers. Like, how the hell do we get Zeb in the same ship as Din and Grogu?
No,
we'll just bring back the Razor Crest.
Well, and the other thing is that it's like a mixture. Mid 2024 was when filming started. So maybe we could get Greef Karga. I don't know. I don't think so. They would have announced it. They would have announced that this was his last ever thing that he shot.
They would have put him in the trailer for sure.
They would have put him in the trailer for sure. But like from the shots that we've seen of the Razor Crest, it's got like yellow lining on the top of like where the wings connect. It's got yellow, and it's like, so is the N1 gonna end up being the Ghost? Is this gonna be like his other ship that he has? Like,
I think it's just gonna be his personal whip.
His whip.
It's not gonna be just like, oh yeah, just go collect dust over here. No, he's probably just parked it where the New Republic defense base is, and he's just taking it on a mission. He's not gonna abandon the N1. That's his new baby.
Yeah, I know. It's so sick. That N1 when he first
hauls ass.
Okay? It does. It goes real far. It does. It's a cool little whip.
That thing is wizard.
Yeah,
it is wizard.
I mean,
that's for sure.
Getting back to like what I was kind of getting on before we got into the somehow memes, I was gonna say, so the Imperial remnants are gonna be in this movie. Which remnant are we talking about? Because it's not gonna be Thrawn.
It's not gonna be Thrawn. If anything, Thrawn will show up at the end.
Oh, he's gonna show up at the very end of the movie. He's gonna be
that's how
he's gonna be like, "Hi, I'm here to promote Ahsoka season 2 and Dave Filoni's movie."
Which is, it's gonna be called Heir to the Empire. This is a foregone conclusion. But I think they're gonna be going after Pelion.
could be.
I think they'll be going after Pelion, because or they go after Hux to tie it into the sequel trilogy.
I have a prediction.
Oh, interesting.
But what's their beef going to be with Brendel Hux?
So Brendel Hux, I don't
because
think
he's stealing kids.
I think Brendel Hux will be like, okay, this is how they're going to. Hold up. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay.
All right.
The ending of the movie is going to be exactly like Mando season 3, but it's going to be from. I forget. I'm sorry. Dumbass Star Wars alert, because I'm not a Legends guy. I'm a canon guy. Who's Thrawn's right-hand man? Pelion? There you go.
Pelion.
It's going to be from Pelion's point of view.
Pelion.
He's going to come in, and he's going to basically be talking hot shit about Thrawn. And the Thrawn's going to pop up, and then Brendel Hux is going to pop up. Okay, remember that. And then it's going to be like, basically you're tying for Ahsoka Season 2. Heir to the Empire is going to end with Brendel Hux murdering Thrawn to set up the sequel trilogy. As like kind of like closing that loop.
I don't like that. I think Thrawn needs to get got by Ezra.
Yeah, well, I definitely believe that the main antagonist of this movie is going to be the Hutts.
Yep.
But the Shadow Council is going to be putting in work. It's going to be putting in work. Because why would they show that in Mando season 3 for it to not be a major point of the story?
Also, do we think that season 1 of Ahsoka is going to be touched on?
Yes.
Because I feel like Sigourney Weaver's there's gonna be a mention of, we've gotten reports that Grand Admiral Thrawn is back in our sector.
Caravans.
And Zeb, that's where Zeb will probably be.
Probably it's gonna be
that's probably what's gonna get Zeb to
do this.
Go back to the Ghost Crew.
This is gonna be
honest.
I think this movie is just gonna be them chasing their tail.
That Ezra's back. Oh.
Yeah,
I think this. Well, he's gonna find that he's like, oh my god, Ezra's back. Oh wait, where's Sabine? Oh shit.
Well,
no.
I have a take on Ahsoka season 2 on how they're gonna get back.
What is Baylan Skoll gonna call everyone?
I still think Ahsoka season 2 is gonna be like 2 towers.
Yes, it's gonna be 2 different stories colliding into one in the final arc. But I think they're gonna end up using the Mortis gods, reconnecting with that. Obi-Wan, Anakin help Ahsoka and Sabine get back to their universe,
like a portal, just like the one from Rebels.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. They're gonna use that portal, and that's how they're gonna get back to their universe. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna. Because
like a world between worlds, sort of.
Because the Purgle are so.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry.
So out of it. What?
If Ahsoka season 1 is Fellowship of the Ring, Ahsoka season 2 is 2 towers. Is Heir to the Empire just Return of the King? And what the fuck is Mando and Grogu in this equation?
It's the friends we made along the way. You know?
Yeah, woo. I love it when we don't put major stories.
I agree.
This is ass backwards.
I
think it's ass forwards right now.
I mean, it's Star Wars. Is anything forward or backwards?
Seriously though, yeah, you're right.
You
never know.
He created the first 3 movies, and they're the middle of an entire saga. So does it really matter at this point?
I'm just saying Ahsoka season 2 should have just been the movie, and then fucking Mando and Grogu should have just been Mando season 4. That would have been more interesting.
I would agree with. I would have been more excited about that.
And then you could just have Mando show up in that movie. But here we are.
But also the see, and this is where the whole marketing back to making Mando and Grogu a movie makes more sense, because that's the marketing. It's easier to do that than do a movie about the Mortis gods.
Yeah.
But here's the other counterpoint to that. You have Hayden, you have Ewan, you have Rosario Dawson, you have all of the big hitters on the big screen.
You have that alone. You have Grand Admiral Thrawn, which will appeal to Legends fanboys and canon fanboys. But I do agree with Ryan's comment that he just put in, Mando and Grogu is a soft reboot to introduce characters to this general audience, because they need to set up Heir to the Empire. They're like, oh, how do you do it? You do it with 100%. Mando.
100%. 100%. That is totally right.
You do it with Mando and Baby Yoda.
But No, I think the trailer was fine. Again, I was very underwhelmed. It is just the first trailer. You don't get a ton, which is very expected. My expectations for this movie are very, very low.
Yeah.
Not saying it's not going to be good. I'm just keeping my expectations.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing that they're low.
I'm
because
keeping.
if they're low, you'll be holding yourself to the standard of expectations.
Exactly.
So therefore, if your expectations are naturally lower, you're going to enjoy it more.
Yeah, exactly.
How it is. It always has been, and always will be.
Yeah, I like my thing with Star Wars. Now that I've hit my 30s, I'm realizing that wow, a lot of this stuff really doesn't. A lot of this stuff really isn't worth getting bent out of shape for,
or that a lot of these projects aren't meant for you.
Yeah, exactly. They aren't meant for me, which is fine.
And speaking 100%. Of old, I just realized that like the beginning of this month, I've been involved with Podwans for 4 years.
Man. Damn. We're going on our 5-year anniversary in
September
June.
of 21. And then Hereth, you were what? June of 22?
22.
Yeah, right after Celebration in Anaheim. So yeah,
no, before Celebration Anaheim.
No, yeah, shortly before, I believe. It was like
no, after.
So Char, you joined, and then I think 4 or 5 months later, Hereth came on board. Man, we have been so inconsistent.
This conversation.
But we're friends. That's all that matters.
Yeah, our retention's gonna be great on this episode. Whoa, definitely not terrible.
I don't think we've got 5 people in here right now.
Shut up. I'm talking about the people that are be watching afterwards. Going, oh, there's a Mandalorian Grogu video talking about the trailer. What's this? Oh, they're talking about visions. I don't care. Click off video.
Yeah, well, now we're down to 3. We lost a lot of people there.
Because you're talking.
No.
That's why.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
I'm
kidding.
Yeah, my expectations are towards the not like thinking that it's gonna be terrible, but I'm tampering them. I think it's gonna be a good movie. I think I just need to see more story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get as much story as I thought we would. There's a lot of interesting concepts that are going to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that us as Star Wars fans need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
The Wicked trailer.
Okay, get out of here. You know, I haven't even seen Wicked yet. I should get
really. I watched it with V and Alanis when last time V was here.
Luke, you should have watched it with me. We could have had a sing along, like a Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sing along. You know.
So,
what are we just gonna sing Oompa Loompa?
Augustus Gloop.
Obviously, this is gonna be obviously an off podcast discussion, but we still got to figure out what the hell we're doing. That Mando and Grogu week.
We're not doing anything. I love you guys, but I am not going to go to New York or go to Florida.
For what?
Just for this movie.
For what?
Mando and Grogu.
Oh, well, I'm seeing him with Vanessa. Like that's without a doubt. So,
if you guys want to come to Jersey,
if you want to come see it with us,
yeah,
we can rent out the entire theater. We can get the entire theater.
No, we don't have that much money, buddy. I wish.
Everyone.
I wish. For those that are in the stream right now,
May 2026.
Yeah, May 2026. If you guys like if you guys are still in the stream, if you wouldn't mind giving us a like, that would be fantastic. Capitalism. Whoa, holy shit! I thought Char had like
died.
Yeah, I thought he was like into the mythos.
I am.
I am.
Yeah, big Star Wars fan right here.
Big Star Wars fan. But no. Yeah, the trailer was good. It's okay. Am I excited for it?
It's very surface level. That's what was expected. If you're going to be expecting to get a whole story arc, a plot, a villain, anything in this trailer, you are gravely mistaken. It's way too soon to show anything.
You know what it also reminds me of? Going back to my Solo parallel, the first trailer of Solo. Do you remember that trailer where you're just like,
Yeah, it was
wow,
very,
this is
it was
a
very
trailer,
janky.
guys.
Yeah, it was very
this is one of the trailers of all time.
Like, I couldn't tell you anything about
That
the Solo
sentence
trailer.
didn't make any sense.
What it tell you about the plot when I saw it back in 2018. Can't
That's
tell
exactly
you
what it
anything
means.
about this movie from this trailer. So
It is one of the trailers of all time.
it's a trailer that happened.
Which means it's a trailer.
We all know the trailer's gonna get like you said, when we get to Super Bowl time, April, February, the marketing is just gonna go to like 1 million.
Oh,
absolutely. I wouldn't honestly. Worst case scenario, we get House of the Dragon season 3 trailer, we get Rings of Power season 3 trailer, and then we get the Mando.
I told you how you do Rings, how you do,
and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome.
Nope.
I think there's a team that's more likely than your two teams right now.
Oh, it's this team right here, buddy. You see that flea flicker?
Hey, guess what? It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Hey, Luke.
We will see where y'all sorry asses teams will be by Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Winning the division because our division is sorry ass.
We might not win our division this year for the first time in 13 years.
But you know what we should say that for? Another discussion.
13 years.
Maybe
Peyton Manning existed. What
with
are you talking
another
about?
creator. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, we've won it like 8 or 9 years straight.
Yeah, I was like after Peyton Manning because the Broncos dominated. Okay.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There's been domination. It's been mostly Broncos Chiefs that have dominated the AFC West. Anyway.
That's another podcast.
Wow, 6 people are watching us talk sports. Why? We're not very knowledgeable. Actually, some of us are. I can't say for a certain Bears fan.
Oh, don't be making fun of Bears fans right now.
I was gonna say whether that Chris Collins impression is that.
There's a guy.
Here's a guy that and he throws it and crossbody, kind of like
wait, Char,
guy from Kansas City.
This is about to be the weirdest request ever. Hey, Char, can you do Chris Collinsworth watching the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer?
Here's a Mandalorian.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes has been putting up a great effort. I mean, to see that screen pass that he made that was almost picked, it was kind of like Patrick Mahomes. Or I can watch it like this.
Oh no!
I thought you were gonna be like
Mandalorian and Grogu. What a great movie! I'm so excited. I could jump off a building and land on my 2 feet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What have we become? We are what I made you. All right, guys. We talked about a lot. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. We'll have more to talk about, more fandom stuff. Eventually we're gonna have Don on to talk about Lord of the Rings and his
Don Marshall.
You know, there's almost like there's something that's related to the title of this podcast that's gonna be literally the next episode, and for the next a lot of episodes.
Oh yeah. So next week is the start of our rewatch of The Mandalorian. We're gonna start off with episode 1. And then we're gonna move down and down.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
And then 3.
Wow.
Whoa.
4,
5. We're gonna get a ship iced with Matt Lantern's crazy, and then we get to 6, and then 7, and 8.
Oh, it's
technically 7 and 8's one episode, and then there's a break in there to talk about Visions.
Bang!
Oh, Visions will be fun. But yeah. Char, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Char JS, spelled right here or right here, depending on how my camera looks. And you can find me here at the Pod Ones Podcast every Thursday. As for the next few weeks to months, we'll be rewatching The Mandalorian.
Up until Mando and Grogu, guys. I'm telling you that now. I pwned it on.
Any news that we'll be covering in the foreseeable future?
Hereth.
Well, the good people can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. And of course, you can find me here every Thursday until May 16th to talk about Mandalorian. I'm not even joking. We're gonna be here for a while, guys. Get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be like the Clone Wars all over again.
Except more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You can follow me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias. You can follow us at the Pod Ones on all social medias as well. If you liked our video, like it, subscribe, share it. Share it to the masses. If you think it was good, thank you. If you didn't, fuck right off.
No, don't say that. Just be encouraging. Don't be dismissive. That's not nice.
But that's gonna be it for this one. On to the next.
This is the way.
I don't know.
This is the way.
This is the way, maybe? I don't know. See you later.